Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Hey, it's Gabby the Game Night here, and I am back playing some more Ace Attorney Dual Destiny Madden Base, and I guess the Coton fucking dead. The Coton bombing incident. A terrible attack launched by the will of a madman. Remember we saw it in the first case. That incident perfectly symbolized the state of the legal war in this dark age of the law.
I'm so tired. Not the dark age of the law.
Mr. Wright brought to a resolution of sorts, but still the dark age of the law. That's what this whole game is about. This is the quote-unquote dark age of the law. Ted Tonate was discovered to be the one responsible for the bombing. Yeah, kaboom, I don't know my voice. Only it was that simple. Somehow, I can't help but think. I hate thinking that there's a darker influence at work. One that's lurking in the shadows, waiting. During this dark age of the law. That's why I want to review the trial that was taking place when the bombing occurred. After all, I got more than a few personal stakes in it.
So we're not even going to see this case to resolution because it's going to get interrupted by a bomb?
I put the bombing as like in the middle of this case.
Great. So this should be a fun game. Hey, we're just going into court and BOOM!
I assume there'll be a second day.
Why do they look like 3 bales of hay?
Hell if I know. We're in the Space Center. I don't know what the volume is at.
It's an anime now?
Check complete. Everything's A-okay. We're ready here whenever you are.
Ace Attorney in space.
Space Attorney.
Well, a space station doing a trial. That'd be hilarious. Someone exploded, I guess. Hey, you guys alive? Well, one is. Not sure about the other one. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Oh. Go taking a nap.
With a knife in their chest.
That was not that moment ago.
I was going to say, were they stabbed before that or after that?
Dawn. We're already in the courtroom? December 16th, 9:12 a.m. District Court, Friend Lobby number 5. Time for another trial to begin. But this one's different.
Sorry to bother you, but...
Oh, hi, Juniper. I knew it was you. That sounds just like you.
Are you alright, Apollo?
Was I making a scary face just now? Oh, hi, Juniper. Yes, I'm fine. I was doing my Codes of Steel exercises. And I'm all ready to go.
Time for me to do my Juniper voice. It sounds just like all my other voices.
It does not.
Yes, knowing you, I'm sure you will be just fine. Oh, I brought you a present from my garden.
A present from your garden. Is this a lotus root?
That's right. My grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. She even says that if you look through the holes, it can help you see into the future.
I do not think that's how it works.
It's for good luck. Maybe later you can cook it and...
Thanks for this. I'm gonna have some right now.
Oh, my.
Kind of tough, though.
She said cook it, dumbass.
You can't eat it raw. But thank you for the enthusiastic try.
Oops. If she didn't think me weird before, she will now. I've gotta calm down.
Apollo, I'm sorry I'm late. I sound just like Juniper, who sounds just like Maddie.
No,
Isn't
you
it
don't.
crazy?
There's differences.
Hi, Athena.
Not on the recordings, man.
I can definitely hear the differences.
Junie, I didn't know you were coming today. Did you come to cheer Apollo on? Oh, I get it. You sly little thing, you.
Athena, stop.
Quit kidding around, Athena.
Oh, that's a good impression of me, Athena. Quit kidding around, Athena. Trial's about to start in a second. Is everything all set?
Oh, Apollo. When will you ever figure it out?
Figure out what? Who's... Oh, that's the longest sigh I've
That was a
ever heard.
sigh?
Who the fuck is... You can do that, guy. I don't want to do Mr. Paintbrush here.
Help me.
I'm guilty.
Who's Mr. Paintbrush here? There's our client, Mr. Solomon Sol Starbuck. Starbuck? He's a very famous astronaut who happens to be an acquaintance of mine. You wouldn't know by now, but he's usually a very upbeat and driven person. The scene of the crime this time happened to be the Cosmos Space Center. Back in high school, my best friend and I went there almost a little too much. But that's where we met Mr. Starbuck. We would ask about space travel and he'd launch into story after story with so much passion. Back in those days, the man was 100% my hero. And he kinda looks like a paintbrush.
It's a rocket ship.
Oh.
You're not wrong, but it's a rocket ship. He's a rocket man.
Oh, are you sure okay with being my lawyer, Apollo?
Of course I'm sure. I know you, Mr. Starbuck. I know you're not the type to commit murder. Moida.
Thanks, but... I was supposed to be in space right about now.
God, you sigh a lot. He's so depressed, it almost seems like an act. The launch getting called off must have been a huge shock.
I'll probably never get the chance to go into space again.
Don't say that. Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. Hang on to that feeling.
Besides, you just have to go into space again.
Yeah, I don't think I could face Clay in the afterlife if I just rotted away in the cell.
Who's Clay?
Clay Tarrant, I can't believe he was murdered.
That my best friend.
I mean, he was such a promising astronaut on your command.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Always there to pick me up when I was down. No one loved life as much as him, that's for sure. He was always so full of energy, telling me, "You're fine, Mr. Starbuck."
Hey, that's what I say. I say you're fine.
How could something like this happen to a guy like him, huh?
I've never seen Mr. Starbuck so down.
Clay's gone and I'm going to prison. I wish I could burn up like a shooting star right now.
Mr. Starbuck, you'll be fine.
No! What is it? What's with the yelling?
I'll get to the bottom of this today. You'll see. In exchange, I want you to go back into space for you and Clay. Promise?
Does that mean you have lots of evidence to prove my innocence?
I got an autopsy report. Oh, well, about that. We didn't get to investigate the area as much as I'd liked, thanks to the police.
I'm done for. I'm a goner. Everybody thinks I did it. Thought I was gonna soar like a comet, but I'm just gonna crash like a meteorite.
No, don't say that, Mrs. Starbuck. We'll get you a Starbucks.
Don't count yourself out yet.
I know it's hard to lose a teammate, but you've got to keep going.
And what about you, Apollo?
What about me?
I was just thinking, wasn't Clay your best friend?
We need to focus on the trial right now. Are you all ready to go?
Apollo?
Trial's about to begin. The defense will please proceed in the courtroom.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
This is it. There's one trial I can't afford to lose. Damn, we didn't get to see Clay at all before he died. For Clay's sake and our clients, I will find Clay's killer.
We saw him coming out of the exploding spaceship.
Like God.
And with a knife in his chest.
The whole game, it's like this. Apollo's talking about his best friend, who he didn't mention at all in the previous game, by the way. And then you don't see him before he dies.
I only remember mentioning him once.
He mentioned him like 5 times in this game.
No, I only remember it once.
It's like my best friend, my best friend, my best friend. And then he died. Before I even saw him. She's waiting in the court too. Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck.
Solomon
Starbuck. Why he got an eye patch? The defense is ready for Your Honor. What the... excuse me, Mr. Justice?
Can I just point out that everything you've asked so far in this game, the next line of dialogue has answered it.
Yes, Your Honor. What happened to your eye?
I just want to look cool.
I'm fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Are you sure? I don't... I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty.
I'm being edgy right now. I suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss. Maybe he's entering a touchy age. Very well. The prosecution? The prosecution appears to be ready as well. Silence. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. No. Oh, hey, look, it's that case that's important in the first trial. The prosecution is now ready.
Well, it didn't take him long this time.
What's up with Blackwell? And now then, I shall give the opening statement. I'll do it. You will? One unexpected surprise. This time, I can't leave it to anyone else. I see. Something is off with the two of you today. Are you guys being edgelords? Both seem different somehow. They had nothing to say. Very well, Prosecutor Blackburn. Your opening statement, if you want. It was just yesterday. The crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. That famous federal research facility of all things related to astrology, right? Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, a rocket was set to launch from there. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could even move the rocket to the launch site. Kaboom! Two explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled. My word, 2 bombs? How dreadful. The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with the murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbuck.
Solomon!
Solomon, fuck you! Fucking, I'll say how I want. Solomon, God. For whatever a name reason.
Smack that bird off your
He
shoulder.
detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in. Solomon Starbuck? I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut? Correct your baldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the Hat 1 rocket 7 years ago. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble, his mission was a success. Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend. Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right?
Man,
Wow, his
guys,
hair looks so much cooler now.
hope for the future. I've got to make it back alive.
Hat 1 miracle.
Wait. Can you clear the dialogue?
Oh, what button is that? Oh, documentary.
A moving and thrilling documentary in 3D. Come along on a captivating... Is there a hyphen there? Is that intentional?
Yeah, because the Hat 1. Hat to
Jesus
cat.
Christ. Captivating space odyssey that will take your breath away. And there's some reviews or something up there in the corner that are just blurry.
Yeah. They even turned the incident into a movie and everything. We've got a real space pioneer in court today. But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand. Ah yes, the victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant. Indeed, a loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor. Stabbed to death, you say? His death wasn't a result of the bombing? Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so he was sent not into space, but to the universe which we mortals cannot see. Clay. Edgy. I think I've heard enough. The case seems to be pretty clear cut at this point, I may as well stand up with it. However, there's one thing I'm curious about. That metal box next to the witness stand. What purpose does it serve exactly? Since you asked so nicely, it's your coffin. Have mercy on me! I jest. It's evidence. Due to its immense size, we've we've little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time. I need to speak slower. Phew, I feel like I just lost 50 years off my life.
Does he even have 50 years left?
Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue. Enough jabbering.
More gibbering.
Oh my god.
Mommy White is the name. Injustice we trust.
Ah, Detective Fulbright. God, I'm doing too many fucking voices. Very well then. Please explain the details of this incident to the court if you would.
On it. First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Ah, here we are. For more detailed look at what's on the left side of the building. Take a look at this squad section we police have created. See the launch pad in the main building?
The launch pad is the square building, and the round structure is the main building, right?
You got it! The incident took place in the launch pad and in the main building's lounge! I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. I'll make it easy to understand! And for testimony, injustice we trust. Just before the rocket set to launch, 2 bombs went off! Boom! Boom! One on the second floor of the Space Center's main building and one in Launch Pad 1. Thankfully, only 2 astronauts were Launch Pad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge. But after the escape bomb, the 2 were found stabbed to death.
Oh my.
What on top of a bombing? Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived in the lounge, correct?
Yep. They sabotaged the bombing that Ving killed him right there in the rocket. Just take a look at this tragic photo. He's stabbed. Stabbed. Where'd his glove go?
Oh my! Is that a knife in the victim's chest?
Yes, Your Honor. It's the knife that fully ended this young man's dreams. We couldn't get prints of it though because the defendant was in his spacesuit.
By the way, Detective Fulbright, why are the victim's helmet and glove absent in this photograph?
We removed them to identify him, Your Honor. I personally removed his glove during the investigation. Thanks for answering my question, Fulbright. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
Yes, it'd be very difficult to identify him without face or fingerprints. Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What is this round thing next to the victim in this photo? Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples. While obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to this case. I see. So, know that the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. Where's the bomb that was in Launch Pad 1 located?
That was on the rocket itself. It was situated on the central part of the rocket. Apparently the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. I would like to submit this diagram and put into the record.
Trial's just started and we're already in a bind.
You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? The 2 astronauts were doing during the bombing. That'll be the key.
Man, this is a really enjoyable case so far. I hardly have to do anything.
Fuck you. Apollo case with black holes freaking... Oh my... Okay, I don't think I have my...
Why are we not pressing on everything? That's what we always do.
Yeah, I'll stop pressing.
Press your luck!
I'll be looking. I'll look at my evidence, too. Oh, that's the autopsy report. That's not much of an autopsy report. There's a picture of a dead body. Want to give me more details or something?
In the dead body.
How powerful were the explosions?
Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down. But the room it went off and was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Due in large part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation.
Wait, what are you doing there in the first place, Detective Fulbright?
Ha ha ha! I'm Bobby Fulbright, Hero of Justice. I'll be there whenever people need my help.
I think you said whenever twice.
Fuck you! I'd go the other side of the world, or even to the edge of the universe.
Why don't you just say the edge of the world?
I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is. I guess I'll leave that one alone. Admirable decision, Justice Donner.
Oh, what did you decide?
Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at the time?
The bombs cut the power to the central bank of the elevators and the third floor lounge. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were wanting our emergency backup.
I can only understand part of what you're saying if I close my eyes and don't read the dialogue.
And how did the evacuation go? I'll
An
find
interesting
slow down.
vocal choice.
I am merely heroically risked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter.
I can understand that better.
Yeah, I'm fine. Pronounce things.
shelter?
The basement shelter?
Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center.
An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom of the diagram. The Space Center's pretty impressive to have its own shelter.
The power outs and evacuation seem unrelated to the murder at this point. I guess I'll leave that aside for now. So there are 2 explosions in total, correct?
Yep, that's right. Phoenix Wright, ha ha ha, I'm so funny.
Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives?
Huh? What are you talking about?
If the defendant really did plant the bomb on his own rocket, he got caught in the explosion as well. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Are you stupid? Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fulbright, the motive.
Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia.
Astrophobia? What's that?
A fear of space, naturally. Just the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute.
That's absurd.
Unfortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these.
What are they?
These
Anti-anxiety.
These anti-anxiety tablets are found among the defendant's possessions. Apparently, he is taking them in secret to quell his fears.
There are multiple problems to the rocket Mr. Starbuck built 7 years ago. Rumor has it threatened to crash a number of times as well. That was, of course, very traumatic. Very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck. That doesn't mean he'd go so far. That doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship. God, I'm having trouble speaking.
I'm sorry.
The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name, now could he? No, not after all the media had branded him Sol Starbuck, space pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions, the defendant could hardly run away like some base mutt. What, so that's why you think he was urged to the bombing? Naturally, he constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the Space Center, which will effectively abort the launch, but spare his reputation. Ugh.
Now I'm sure you understand why I have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal.
Are you sure there's only the 2 of them?
Just the 2 of
It
them.
was just before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course there was only those 2.
There could have been somebody else inside that rocket.
Silence.
The notion of a third party in Launch Pad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so. A fingerprint recognition device. It's as futuristic and complex as a space center.
Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor. Take a look at this photo. This is the door in the lounge, the fingerprint lock. Only a personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through.
I see. That's very different from what I had in mind. Is there a record of the number of people that passed through the door yesterday?
Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri! Yuri Cosmos!
Yo, we got Yuri and Vince.
I don't get the reference, sorry.
Yeah, it's
At first I thought it was somebody we'd seen before, and you were like, oh my god, he's coming back?
No, Yuri is like a genre of like anime and manga and stuff. Like, also known as Girls Love manga. The opposite of yaoi.
Get back to the game.
Then doesn't that mean it's possible the director is the one who did it? I love Yuri. Yuri anime is the best. Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28, doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts. He has a point. Guess the director can't be considered a suspect then. That'd be a lot of pressing to do. So while it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct?
You got it! In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time! If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing!
Any chance Mr. Tarrant could have been killed before he boarded the rocket?
They were both alive and well at boarding time and embarked under their own power! Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space!
And then both the hopes and dreams were dashed. No more hopes and dreams.
If I may continue my explanation, after the evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue.
And who was the first to find the victim?
Actually, there were 2 of them.
The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Orme. I don't fucking know how to pronounce her name. It's been a while since I saw her. One of them was a detective?
Yep, Detective Orme specialized in bombings, you see. She and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosions. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant.
2 witnesses, huh? One of them is a detective. Doubt either one would have anything to say that'd help me. I think that pretty much covers the details of the case. Only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. There's the truth, and only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime.
Crime?
I'm sorry. What little I could get out of him only hurt my case. Justice Doe. Foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you to take a gander at this. Yeah. Oh no, I dropped it in a shadow. What is it? Footage from a security camera. The 2 astronauts emerged from the bowels of the launch pad 1 corridor. The boarding line security camera captured the desperate escape. Now I direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. What you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim. What? No, I think it's the opposite. Order, I say! This lines up exactly what the prosecution has been asserting. I should have known Blackwell would have something like this ready. I think the opposite.
Apollo? How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that footage?
I see what you mean. That Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial. Your Honor, please take another look at the footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Town is still alive here and Mr. Starbuck was helping him? Well, I believe you're right. One man carrying the other to safety. A beautiful expression of friendship.
Silence.
Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and dotard. Well, it makes sense if it's the victim's dead body. What do you mean? Fulbright, explain it to Justice Dono.
You got it, ready, kid? If the motor had got in the lounge, someone could have spotted it. And no one can enter the lounge after all. But doing it while they were alone in the spaceship, that's a horse of a different color.
We can't deny there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Your assertion is based on emotion. It's based on your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. We have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive. Look. Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecutor is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic. But it sounds perfectly logical to me. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections, I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close. Objections? Well, Hold on.
Your Honor, the defense requests a little time to think and regroup.
Given the facts, I'm not sure if I see the need. What is it, Dina?
It's just, there's something that's been bothering me.
It isn't the defense stalling for time as always. Very well, I'm feeling generous, so you may have a small measure of time.
Yes.
You have 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
After that, I declare this cross-examination to be closed and verdict to be rendered. Your boldness, raise your gavel high. It's time for a countdown. Oh. Ready? We don't have time. Spit out, Athena. Are there more seconds? Ah!
Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete.
Meaning?
Meaning there's something missing. Like, they conveniently left it unexplained.
Something they didn't explain. Something they didn't explain. There's way more than 3 seconds.
I was gonna say that.
Right, I think I know
2
what you're
seconds
talking
went by like that, 3 seconds was an eternity.
You're 5 seconds up, Mr. Justice. Anything about the prosecution's argument you'd like to rebut? Yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. Some of the prosecutor has yet to make clear to this court. Well, if you put it that way, why did that prosecutor fail to explain?
I think why the body was moved.
Was the body moved?
Well, I mean, if he stabbed him in the rocket, why not leave him there and let him blow up?
Yeah. True. Yeah, I think the motor was slightly explained.
They
failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. If the fan wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge? Oh, that's true. I don't think we've thought the prosecution thoughts on that yet. That's because they have none, Your Honor. After all, has one explained something so illogical?
Oh, Justice don't know.
The prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. Both the entire premise of that argument is wrong. Let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice. The defendant proves that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Don't stab him, please. Fulbright, explain if I sat friend here before I nod off to his monotone monologue. Inform me exactly why Spaceboy moved the victim. They've got to be joking.
It's simple, Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct his suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he heroically risked his life to save his partner. That's why I made sure to make it to the security camera, so there'd be a record.
At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man. Fuck, I can't speak. One man carrying the other safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship. We saw that 5 minutes ago. The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds. Seeing the life of a partner who weighs as much while trying to escape deadly flames. or a dramatic sob story fit for the silver screen. Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story. You see, the true ending is that all traces of his happy act were meant to be blown up. Yes. Yes, and now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion?
What are you talking about? There was no third explosion.
Indeed, you are correct, but that is thanks to Detective Arm. It was she who identified and secured the bomb. However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin beside the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport case. We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here. It was found in the lounge. A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy. I remember that.
What?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated, for had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been immolated. Yeah. For you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me. It's like he's reading my mind. This is still undergoing forensic investigation. I do not have the evidence on hand. However, know that particular item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch. You found what? I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence. When the Space Center director, Detective Arm, stumbled across the murder file. So he thought to hide it in his pocket. Feeble brain that he is. No! Mr. Starbuck could never do anything like that. I'm dead. Just open your eyes and see the truth. There appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosions. No, there has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth. Still can't accept it. You'll believe in your client, come what may. Then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself? This has got to be a trap.
It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game.
Yeah, it seemed like he was waiting for me to bring up the body move against you.
Why do you say that?
Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out. But really, Wilburton, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve, too. Trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down.
Then making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan, too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
Now, let's hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself, famed astronaut Solomon Starbuck. Alright, well, before we get to his testimony, thanks for watching this episode of Gabby the Game Night. Like, subscribe, because I face here multiple on me.
It's a rocket, man.
Good night.
Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.